Hey there. I'm walking in the snow in Austin, Texas, which is kind of rare. I'm having a good time thinking of you. I'm frequently asked if the responsibility process is different across cultures. And it's a really good question. It's an excellent question because it allows for us to make a really important distinction about nature and nurture. The responsibility process is first nature, and then it's subject to nurture. So here's what that means. No, the responsibility process is not different across cultures. It's not different across ethnicities, races, gender, age, level of education, authority status. It is not different at all, right? Just like we're all born with, generally we're all born with 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 nose, 1 mouth, 2 ears, 2 eyes, a digestion system, and a circulation system. We're also all born with the responsibility process as a cognitive pattern in our minds that works the same for all of us and gets triggered every time something goes wrong. So no, the responsibility process itself is not different across cultures because it's nature. What is different across cultures is nurture, and that is how we're taught to cope, how we're taught to blame and how blame is reinforced, how we're taught to justify and how justify is reinforced, shame, obligation, all of that. Now, I'm searching for an example for you. And the challenge is, every time I thought of an example, I thought that somebody from that culture could find it to be rude or biased or unkind for me to use that example. So let me use a little bit more generic example from work culture, right? So I have 2 companies, Company A and Company B. And in Company A, there's a big mistake, and it's a big problem, and it affects all departments. So people are called to meet to solve the problem. And they meet and meet and meet and meet. Directors, vice presidents, managers, they're meeting all over the place. And for 3 weeks, the conversation never gets above denial, labeling, and justify. You know this, right? Not my department's fault. Right? We didn't do that. Finger pointing. And it's the process. We followed it, blah, blah, all of that. So no results in 3 weeks from hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on executives meeting. Company B has the same situation. Big bad mistake, big bad problem, affects all departments. Right? So the responsibility process also is triggered in people in Company B, except they come together and they meet for 2 hours, and for the first half hour they bicker, and then they stop bickering and they get into true problem ownership and problem solving mode. In another hour and a half, they have an action plan and they get to work producing real results to address the problem. Now, here's what you can do. Think about this. Right? The homework that I want you to take is to think about the difference between Company B and Company A. I want you to think about the nurturing. By nurturing, I don't mean just positive nurturing, I also mean the negative nurturing, right? Of nurturing the toxicity, of reinforcing the coping mechanisms, right? And think about what was different, perhaps. Make up stories in your head about what must be different between Company A and Company B. This will serve you very, very much, especially the next time that you get into one of these deep doo-doo problem-solving modes in your company. Remember to find lots of good stuff under the resources section at responsibility.com. And remember that we're always here for you, and we want you to win, and we want you to be free, powerful, and at choice. And I want you to send your questions to me at hello@responsibility.com. Be well.